Okay, I think I have the audio and everything working now. So if we're all ready to go, then we can get Game 5 started. We are on Gror's Valley this time. And, of course, because we've got Desespera playing as Erebor. And Mikey as Isengard. And once Mikey readies up, we will get going. And let me know if you can't hear me or if the audio is not working. But hopefully it's working. I Alt-Tab to just check the browser and make sure that that is up. So anyway. So sorry about ducking out. The score is currently, as you can see, it's a tie, 2-2. So we got 2, maybe 3 games to go to settle who's the champion of the intermediate bracket in Spooktacular number 4. We had a half-hour break, and we are now resuming. Yes, Just Gaming. I think I can read the comments now. And every time I do, I have to like Alt-Tab, but I think I've got it set up now where if I don't touch anything and just stay in the game window, then it will work. Sorry, Just Gaming. I wasn't able to read the comments earlier. I normally cast asynchronously instead of live streaming it. But now I can hear what you're saying. Or sorry, see what you're typing. And now it is Mikey's turn to Isengard. We will see clan setting coming in, so 3 farms start into a barracks. We got the Ravens as the pick for Erebor. And we will see what Rain was chosen. Once we catch a builder, we will see the Rain. I'm going to assume it's Ironfoot, even though my preferred Rain is Oakenshield. And it is indeed Ironfoot. And I'm going to assume we got creeping going on next. This map is kind of small compared to Tol Morwen. So we will see how both players use that. We've got some troll layers in addition to the warg layers. Beautiful little camp of rangers here. Before the action starts, just take a second to admire the very pretty ranger gathering here. Little Heirloom traders. And we got some guardians and some pikes coming in for Erebor, and it looks like we're gonna see an attempted mugging here. And Builder getting caught by the wargs, might get caught by the pikes. That would be very bad luck for Desespera. Ooh. Yup. Now they're not going to catch the Builder, so there's very little point in chasing it, but may as well get the mugging while you can. But does not see the forward mineshaft over here. And so each player going for the opponent's warg lair. Interesting. And may as well put up a mineshaft over there, but I guess he's worried there might be units like that right out there.
The Azak stand ready.
And this is going to be interesting to see who gets this warg lair, but this one looks like it's definitely going Desespera's way. And wall hub being built here to save that builder. Wildman coming into the base finally, kind of late arriving here. We're at roughly 3 minutes in and only just getting here. So Desespero got that Warglare. Both players just abandoned this one. Some pike-on-pike violence here. And some wild men who will probably have a hard time getting caught by Guardians. So if I were in Desespero's shoes, I would go for some archers or a battle wagon. And I think they're gonna actually. Oh, he's gonna save it. Nope, he's running. Oh, he is gonna get this. Well microed. Oh, the one wild man that could. Oh wow, that's got to be a devastating blow. And more on the way. So interesting. Most of Desespero's army is actually in Isengard's base, and we've got got 3 different forward mines just hanging out along the edges of the map here. And so now Mikey has taken the bait and gone back to his base. I think Mikey needs a ward pit or some scouts ASAP because these wild men are not going to trade well with these Guardians here. This one's level 2. This Phalanx is level 2. It's not looking good for Mikey at the moment. It's 450 CP to 550 CP. And we do see a tower being built for Isengard. Kind of curious. It doesn't really have the range to hit the farms, so I'm not sure why he's building that. And the Wildmen are getting this forward farm. And does delete that one to deny the reward. Forgot to cancel that wall hub. That'd be a wild game if we saw walls being used in a genuine PvP match. Guardians just having a field day with these Wildmen here. Probably should be on defensive though, just to help them last a little bit longer. Just dropping left and right. And I'm not sure how much longer this can be sustained unless Desespero is going to build elsewhere also. But the only production structure... No, he's got another one here. Tier 1 coming in for Mikey. He's got a level 2 clan setting, but it is... Yeah, it's almost certainly going to fall, right? I mean, this is way too many. Too many units here. So unfortunately, he's losing the investment that he put into upgrading it. Oof, Desespero getting a big victory there, taking out that clan steading. That was upgraded, no less. So now he's got 1 clan steading, and he's upgrading it now. Only 180 out of 550 CP for Isengard, and Erebor's got 300 out of 525, so not looking good for Isengard here. If he can take out this other clan steading and just hang out, he can probably hang out on the fort and take a victory pretty quickly. I mean, there's not even another production structure queued up at this point. So I don't know what... I don't know what Mikey can do if he loses this clan steading. I mean, Desespero's going on a little circuit around the base here. And that farm's probably going to go down. Almost lost that forward farm. Did end up building this forward farm. Probably should pop these Guardians out to help reinforce his attack here. Because, yeah, I mean, he's got no barracks. Oh, silly me. I should be paying better attention. Warg pit right here and a clan steading in the middle of the map, roughly. Might catch Desespero off guard, but he does have a battered unit of pikes in there. We will see if that's enough. I mean, Mikey showed a lot of tenacity in the last game, sort of refusing to buckle under the harass pressure. And I guess he's showing that here, putting his barracks in the middle of the map instead. And see, this is where I think this might be a mistake, because you're letting the opponent buy some time here going after these. But maybe he's worried about cavalry and wants to just take this out. wildmen just hanging out over here. Interesting. I mean, it's very much in Erebor's favor at the moment, even though map control is tied, just because of how all these farms have been lost. I mean, there's nothing around the fort. So all the map control is scattered, and then meanwhile, Desespera's base is mostly intact. And he's got this big army right here on his production structures. Horn coming in for Erebor. I think Desespera trying to close it out. Popping all those tier 1s. And chasing some wild men. Another production structure goes down. And that forward farm will probably go down, which is a big blow, because then this group cannot be reinforced nearly so easily or quickly. What a weird game so far. Sort of Mikey making a auxiliary barracks and base here, and then Desespera finally being pushed out of Isengard's base, but making some inroads over here, putting some farms up the middle of the map. And yeah, there's no barracks out. I mean, this one's on the way. Gloin is on the field. Big Chad Gloin here. Just leveling up off these wild men. Not nearly fast enough to catch the wild men, so yeah, definitely want to retreat and let that group rejuvenate. Interesting that Desespera is just retreating here. I mean, he's got the army to go in, I think. Especially with the Gloin heal. Tainted Land is the pick for Isengard. So it would be a very powerful combo when combined with the Uruk Scouts. I think the Trolls swiped some of these Guardians, which is unfortunate. Ooh, that's no good. Losing quite a few Guardians to this Troll. It's an unforced error, as they say in baseball. And then not even getting the creep money or anything, just letting the Troll have its way with these dwarves. See, if Thorn was king, this would never have happened. No, I'm kidding. And there's Chadhod, who would have been a great choice to push on the fortress. And still is, of course, because he has this ability to reduce structure armor. And then at level 3, he can do a huge hit on a building. It takes heavy damage and is disabled. And I believe these stack so that when you have Keen Eye and then you cast this, it actually makes this do a lot more damage. So that's a fun combo. You start with Keen Eye, then you do Sabotage, never the other way around. But we'll see. Oh, and I'm missing a clash over here. What happened? Oh, phew. Oh my god, sorry about the alt-tab by accident. The mine launcher is just demolishing these Guardians here. And this farm survives. That was a huge feed from Desespera. Just kind of blowing the... Yeah, sorry about the alt-tabbing there. Just feeding a bunch of Guardians to Mikey there. Gloin now level 3. Raven's just hanging out in the back of the base here. Warg's still picking up some farm kills, so Mikey's still on the harass game here. Sharku is on the field. It seems like the right play, especially when there's no cav for Erebor at the moment. No siege works, just some mines, and then the assembly. No, not even an assembly, just 2 Hall of Warriors. So if I were Desespera, I would get some battle wagons out here and demolish this. I think there's like 1 half pike group in there. Not to mention you can kind of chase the battle wagon around, or chase the wargs around with the battle wagon, but Sharku would make quick work of it. Sharku now level 3. What an odd game. 4 farm layout rebuilt in Isengard. Erebor quite far ahead on money. but not really far ahead on tech. And that might bite Desespera in the keister.
Azak Baruch, armed and armored.
Yeah, I see that, Just Gaming. I mean, so the mine launcher is very strong, but if you go around this side of it, it's basically useless. So I don't know why Desespera hit this farm, and then his Guardians were getting blown up by the mine launcher. Now, I think these watchtowers, they're pretty easy to make quick work of with just Guardians, level 2 or higher, and then Gloin's leadership, plus the heal, plus AotR. So I think if he attacked the fort from this side earlier, I think he could have gotten it with some hero support. But I definitely agree, like, there's no way you'd take this out without heroes, which is where he was earlier. Tainted Land coming in, and these dwarves are caught out, and I don't think they're going to get out alive. Another feed from Desespera, unfortunately for him. Gloin does fall. Yikes. Sin and the goats coming in. It does not quite do enough. Probably should have been used earlier also. At this point I would have gone for deep delving and then teched up right quick, but given the map control in Erebor's favor. But yeah, this would be quite a comeback if Mikey makes it out again. Or, you know, comes back from behind where he was. And Gimli is on the field. Unfortunately, he lost his pin in the previous patch. So it's now just the slow. And it is a 50% slow for 10 seconds. But it may not be enough to catch Shark here, given how slow dwarves are. Especially because he has the knockback. He's already hit level 3. So AotR leading one group. We've got the Ravens over here providing an eco buff, movement speed, ability to recharge timer speed, speed reduction. Ooh, builder kill. And oh, is he gonna lose a second builder? No. Oh, he gets away. I was about to say. So 750 CP to 600 CP. I don't know. I'm kind of amazed Mikey has come back from where he was. Even if he ends up ultimately losing, the fact that he came back and is still in it is quite impressive to me. Wolfgar and the Longhouse coming in. I think Mikey likes the Manish units. He went with Dalish units as Erebor and is now going with the Dunlendings for Isengard. Which, at this point in the game, might be the right play, considering that you don't really have tough cavalry to worry about against Erebor. And the tech time for the Uruks would be quite lengthy. Whereas he could, in theory... Well, he's already level 2, so... I don't know. Maybe he's just going for a mix of units here and... I don't know offhand if the Axemen would trade better with Guardians than fighting Urukai. But with Wolfgar's leadership, I imagine they would. We'll see how it goes. And the cavalry harass coming in strong for Isengard. And yeah, I think this is what Desespera needs. And Gimli's here to back it up. Morn coming in. If he can get this Uruk pit and maybe kill these watchtowers, he could have a clear alley. He could have a clear shot at the fort. Because there are crossbows in there, but there's not a lot else. We'll see what he does. Ooh, he deleted. Oh, he did get it. Thank you, Chadhod. And now I think, I don't know, I think the retreat is probably doomed unless he's got a forward mine over here, which he doesn't. So, I mean, he might just turn one around and send it in to delay them a little bit. he is using the Ravens for the movement speed buff, but looks like he's using it to go away, to flee. And back on the Tainted Land.
The attack Baruk are ready to fight.
725 to 500 CP. Gloin coming up. Probably should merge the armies. That seems like the right call. Give Gloin the Gimli leadership. Give the emergency heal if need be against these berserkers. Wow, 3 berserkers on the field too. Well, 2 now. And Raven's still over there.
We might be dwarven archers, but we're no.
I like the Dunlendings. It's cool to see those in a player versus player match. And still not much tech diversity here for Erebor. I don't know where the battle wagon is. I think that would be like these crossbows, mincemeat for a battle wagon. So I don't know what. I think Despair would be well advised to get one. I think Mikey did a similar thing when he was Erebor. He did not go for battle wagons, and I think that was part of his downfall when he was playing that Erebor game against Rivendell. But he's got some archers in here, so should even the odds a little bit against crossbows. Ooh, and we've got King Dane. So there's that early lead that Erebor took, and now it'll be very hard to stop the Erebor clump. The King Dane. I know a lot of people like the Ironfoot Reign for that leadership. Not to mention the late game units. The Dalish units are actually useful in the mid to late game, whereas, you know, Lake Town units are not real useful mid to late game, except for the Guards of the Master, which have a nice anti-building abilities, anti-unit abilities, and debuffs. Excellent use of the Send in the Goats. Good to see Send in the Goats value against these Dunlendings. And Tier 1 War Chant coming in for Isengard. But I think most of Isengard's army is now gone, and this Mine Launcher is not going to help. It's facing the wrong way. He could build one here, but it's probably too little too late. Sharku making a valiant last stand here. And he does fall. Wolfgar, now the last hero standing. I think he's in there. Just barely alive still. And he's on the little birds too. The Ravens, I think. Kragon. That's cool. I don't think they're gonna get any heroes though. None of the heroes are low enough. And I don't know why you're running. Just go back in and you can take the fort at this point. It's 115 out of 625 to 548 to 775. Oh, Saruman. Hello. Oof.
The attack Baruk stand ready.
Ooh, Tier 3 in for Isengard. Yes, that's what I was going to say he should go with because he's got no units. Probably should have put it back here. But we'll see if he can keep it alive. And yeah, those fighting Urkai will help even the odds. Siegeworks finally coming in. Where is your battle wagon? 2 Siegeworks. Last march of the Rams here. Not the cool kind of the Ram Riders, the Goat Riders. The less cool Battering Ram. We'll see how this goes. 10 points in the bank for Erebor. I guess no deep delving. He's already got Dane. Not much need for the money infusion at this point. He's got 800 CP. Army capped at this point. Saruman, what have you got up your sleeve? Almost got a Wizard Blast again. Come on. Get that juicy Wizard Blast off. Yes! Oh, that's so beautiful. Good stuff. Good stuff. You love to see it. Yeah, because it gives Siege more exactly, because the Rams don't get any more range. They're Rams, so it's just useless for them. Yeah. Undermine coming in. But I'm not sure how many units he's got back at the base. So it's just providing healing and the other buffs. He's got to be careful not to get too close to this. And I think this is game over here. Yep, Mikey calls GG. A valiant effort by Mikey. But not enough to stop the airborne death clump with Dane in it. Yeah, and Just Gaming's right. You should absolutely never put Rams on aggressive stance, because what is range going to do for them? So let's go ahead and save the replay. Game 5, win Desespera. Okay. So now we do faction bans. And I think we can probably just do it in here. It's not Aldo Mori, it's, I think it's Aelin Varen, which is the other one on the list. Make sure I've got my map correctly. So we have a Lothlorien ban from Desespera. I don't blame him. It's hard to fight Lothlorien, especially if you like to main evil factions, like Desespera does. It's probably a bigger blow to Mikey, since Mikey enjoys his Gondor and Lorien and good factions. Bans Woodland Realm. Okay. Now send in disc your game 6 and 7 factions. So we'll do faction picks now. Yes, and I'm saved by Assyrian reminding me that Izuhara is the one I was thinking of. I always mix it up with Aldamori. Thank you, Assyrian. Or sorry, Mr. Bones sent me that information. Okay, so we got Game 6 and Game 7 if necessary. Desespera has taken the lead. And we'll wait for faction picks from the players. Okay. Let me make sure. Okay, no mirrors. Perfect. All right. Sometime later, I've got to ask Desespera if orange is his favorite color. I don't think orange is a worse house color, but... Okay. So for our game 6, we've got Misty Mountains for Desespera. And then Mikey is Rohan. So it should be a fun match. So once Mikey readies up, we should be good to go. Oh, and he needs to switch his faction. I think we're just waiting on Mikey. Mikey must have stepped out or something. All right, Rohan versus Misty Mountains, Game 6. The score is in Desespere's favor, 3-2. That's the spirit. Not that I keep house colors on, but anyway. Of course, the worst house color is gray, which is why when I'm observing, I always pick that to prevent it randomly being chosen. It's the worst because it makes it hard to see on the mini-map who's doing what. And, oh my goodness, this map. Look at all these trees. Oh my god. Look at these trees, these little shrines here. I can't zoom because, you know, no camera buttons. But man, beautiful. Look at the texturing here. So much to love. Anyway, you didn't come here to get my comments about the map. Misty Mountains. Let's see if we're going to find goblins as the start. Mountain Work Lodge. So he wants early pikes, presumably because Rohan, you can expect early cav. So we will see what Rohan also does. Looks like a 4-farm start for Rohan, and peasant spam incoming. Last march of the peasants here, and he's got to be careful not to go too close to that war glare. Uh-oh. Okay, good. Whew, I was going to say, another unforced error. I don't even watch baseball, but that phrase is such a good phrase. Wow. Peasant spam going strong for Mikey here. And Desespero has no units on the field at the moment, so, and he's got pikes on the way, so this could be bad. This will not be good for him, especially if draft comes in. He's just out of range, I think. Oh, no, he sees him now. Now, good job going for this farm first. Oh, no, he's going for that one. He's going for 2. Goblin Cave incoming. Meet spam with spam. Fighting on the front of the tunnel, which is not always advisable. I do have a scroll wheel. It won't zoom in when I'm on the 2-screen mode for some reason, but that's okay. I can do that and that. Anyway, before I give you vertigo. So Desespero is losing 2 farms to peasants. What a terrible trade. This could be very bad for him. I mean, he's getting the creep money, but I think he needs another goblin tunnel. Or goblin cave ASAP. Yikes. Lost 2 key farms. Might lose this one. We'll see. He still could get it, maybe, if he's quick. And he's not being too quick right now. That's a new build layout here. Desespero not risking it with his farms now. Rohan just has peasants still, nothing else on the way. Just some creeping going on. But yikes, 400 CP to 550, so Rohan dealing a pretty vicious blow against Misty, taking out a lot of core farms here. Not getting that one, though. And I think Desespero needs to get into Mikey's base yesterday, or he's going to be in trouble. Poison Blade's doing a number on these goblins over here, but we still got 255 to 232. And still pikes, but the pikes are not doing much yet. Now the stables is on the way, so we will see if we get Horseman of the Mark or an immediate tech from Rohan. We will see. But no other production structures, just the stables. Probably we'll get this farm. 3 peasants can take a farm pretty quickly, right? I guess we'll find out. Yep, they're getting it. Ouch. But Goblin's now on the offensive, and there might be a mugging over here. Partial mugging. A complete mugging. Oh! Beans. Poor Mikey. So, lost the gold on his own Warglare that he destroyed, but bummer for him. I guess he can try to go for this one. Gosh. Yeah, definitely.
Horseman of the Mark, hear what you'll call.
Only one half-ish group of pikes in here, but these are not the best cavalry. I mean, these are not like... These are tier 1 calves, so it's not like they're gonna crush all this instantly. Might be better off putting that group on harass and just defending with peasants and Erkenbrand, but no barracks, so... Interesting choice there. Frozen Waste coming in. And finally, Desespero lands a hit on one of those core farms in the base. But kind of weird to have Erkenbrand out and no barracks, and also went way too RN. Oof, that's a big blow. That might have just turned things around for Desespero here. God. Erkenbrand getting caught on the frozen wastes of Izuhara here. Man, what a blow for Mikey. And yeah, when you're facing the goblin spam, you really want, you know, you don't know, you can go toe-to-toe with swords, I guess, as Erebor, but peasants aren't going to cut it forever, especially with slashers reinforcing them. So you'll want archers, like Just Gaming said in there. Eowyn's now on the field. A bit late to the fight, but she is here. And it looks like Mikey did get that creep money. 265 to 500 out of 500 to 344 out of 475. And just mountain orcs and 2 goblin caves at the moment. Probably should send that guy back to the fort to replenish. Or just put him in a timeout somewhere, hidden. Ah, these trees are great. Anyway, not here for the map, we're here for the action, I think. I'm kind of here for the map too, but anyway. So draft coming in once again for... Oh, and Horn of the Westfold. Oh, it's such a good tier 2. 50% armor and damage for 60 seconds. So, yeah, Desespero doing the right thing and turning tail and running. Map control still in Rohan's favor, so it's not over yet. But definitely Eowyn's also getting trapped out here with too many goblins around. And the in units are not going to help that much, I think, given that they're pikes. But Eowyn's got to be careful that she doesn't... She's not as fast as these goblins, so... Well, she did summon an extra battalion of peasants and horsemen coming in.
Take up arms, yeoman.
Boy, Rohan fencing in Misty. This is a Rohan clinic we're watching right here. Musgash on the field for Misty. Not yet at level 3 to get his Putrid Blade. But map control still firmly in Rohan's favor. A 200 CP difference between the two. Misty now hitting tier 2. So they could go with They Are Coming, which is the pick. Here it comes. The most broken tier 2 in the whole game at the moment. At least I believe that's what the expert players hold about it, so. And anyway. And why would I want to disagree with them? Okay, so. Cave Troll Destroyer on the field. These swords are going to get eaten up and just feed it. The pikes, the Warriors of Kinlai would have been nice against this, but already on the back foot. And now we've got a counter harass coming in, but then coming back for some reason. And the cavalry just hanging out over there. Could have had a free trample opportunity with this, but Look how much experience a peasant gave. Killing a single peasant. Warriors of Kinlai again, just kind of a waste of money. Spending 400 on them, and then they're just dying to goblin swords. I would probably stop investing in those. Oh, hey, bro. I didn't realize Just Gaming was identical with bro. Yep, now you need archers. I mean, you gotta have something to stop this monster unit. So, you could go with Elfhelm, I guess, but you could also just get some yeoman archers, build an archery range right quick. Also weird that you, again, you no barracks for the... Oh, well, I wonder how Spear Throw does against this guy. I guess we'll find out. Ammer's not one to scoff at. But now 352 out of 650 to 522 out of 525. And archery range finally coming in. Still no barracks though. I'm sort of perplexed again about that.
They're coming straight for us.
We've got the cavalry being chased off by the pikes, so the Cave Troll Destroyer is just having his way. Let's see what Éomer Spear Throw does here. I would use it on that thing. Either that or Musgash. Didn't do that much. But does take it down, so it does get rid of that threat. But now, look at the map control. 700 to 625. Look how much time Desespera bought for himself just now. But he doesn't have much of an army, so now would be a good time for Rohan to clean up these eco-structures. But, Frozen Waste coming in. Could get this farm right quick. Ooh, going for Éowyn. And getting the kill. Well done, Desespera. Catching that hero out in the open. Musgash now level 5. And doesn't get the improved leadership till level 8. But yeah, the peasant spam is not enough now. Especially now with the early mountain orcs. Buff Rohan? I don't know, Kid of Blades. That's a question for wiser minds than myself. I'm not a dev or anything, so... I mean, we did just see, like, Mikey was fencing in Rohan. There's a lot to micro in the game, so... Oof. It's free experience, Amber says. I mean, when I play Rohan, I don't really go with peasant spam. I don't like it very much. Maybe a few units to get an early farm or two. But if you're going with Erkenbrand, you want the Westfolders. The Westfolders are such a great infantry unit. And so it's sort of perplexing to me why Mikey hasn't gone for them yet, and now maybe he's finally doing that. Ooh, getting caught in the pikes over here, unfortunately. Erkenbrand back on the field using Gilded Horn. Although it only helps really against knockback and trample, so... Would help against like a monster unit, but... Or like this, which helps you deal knockback for 20 seconds. Tier 3 now available for Rohan. We'll see what they pick. Tier 3 almost here for Misty. And Urshak also on the field for Misty. The quite potent hero squad of Misty is now assembling. And Trollair being upgraded to get Gundabad's. Weather Spell coming in for Rohan. Aomer's leadership now triggering eco gain for all kills. Ooh, Muzgash is toast, I think. They did run into pikes there, but they got the hero kill. So just throw banners on these. Well, they're horsemen of the mark. No really need for banners on them. Just trample. They're almost level. This one's almost level 2 anyway. Just trample something and replenish. Ooh, misplay. Urshak not going down without a fight there. He does have Cave-In available, and the Troll Destroyer is back on the offensive. And the Wereworm. Let's see what we get for the Tier 2 and Tier 3 for Misty. Not to mention, people forget, this is a little tunnel under here. So you can, after the Wereworm goes away, or if you move it, pop all these units out, you've got a free tunnel here. But this might be GG here, unless he can take out... Did he get the Troll? He did get the Troll, okay. Level 1 barracks, a siege works.
I'm wounded.
Mary wounded? Impossible. I don't think... He's not going to get that. I would have probably just... I don't think... yeah, it's not enough time on it. And should be on aggressive stance. This unit should... There's no reason not to put it on aggressive. Could have maybe gotten a 1 farm, but... Anyway. Erkenbrand out here. 248 out of 525 CP. 478 out of 700. I mean, Rohan is going to be cooked if they don't take map control back. And Great Goblin is on the field. And I can see why everyone's running away. This is going to be trouble. And Gundabad's. Yep, I think that's game over. No, he hasn't gotten Bolgout, for example. Or Golfinbol. So no, not all the heroes are out for Misty, and same for Rohan. We don't have Theoden out, for example, or Elfhelm. We do have Theodred. Theodred, Erkenbrand. I heard Mary die, I think, so he was out. Aowen is almost dead. Yep. Wow, level 3 Stone Troll here. So Hero Squad holding the line for Rohan, but not able to do much here. Theoden now has hit the field. And this is just going to recover. He's going to get some more trolls. Westfolder's finally on the field. No stables. Has not rebuilt the stables yet. just no map control's not in Rohan's favor at the moment. Musgash back on the field, level 7 now. Uh-oh. Holy lag, Batman. Uh-oh. Hope it's not me. Oh no. Oh, that would be a bummer if they had to boot the neutral host for lag issues. Hopefully it was just a temporary spike. But I appreciate the ping, the ping, Desespera. Thank you. As if there was anything I could do about it. Cave-in coming in against the Siegeworks, which is level 2, and I don't think I've seen a Mangonel, so I think Mikey has spent money in some bad places, or like not in the right order. Like he got Ergenbrand, but then didn't have a Barracks ready to get West Folders out, and then he upgraded the Siegeworks, but didn't get the Mangonel. So it's unfortunate for him. So yeah, I think this is basically game over. But Great Goblin might go down. Are they gonna get him? He is fast. Oh. I mean, you can just come back in with a couple more Gundabads and finish it off, presumably, but... Oh, come on. Mount up a hero! Are you really gonna let him get away? Mount up somebody. Go around the pipes. Come on! That's a high-value target right there. Ah, well. At least his hero squad lives to fight another day. 17 points in the bank for Misty. 850 CP to 475. I mean, it might be that Desespero is really wiped, because I think it's very late where he lives. And then maybe he fumbles out of exhaustion or something, but... And this is a good front line, but with the Olokai and... Oh, Snow Trolls. Or no, Stone Trolls, not Olokai.
The Wardens of the Sacred Hill have arrived.
Ain't looking good for Rohan at the moment. It was looking very good at the beginning. Oh, well, I did not know that, bro. DDoS. Could have been. Who knows what it was. With an internet company in America, any sort of malfeasance is possible. And now pulling an Istri, where he has the Mounted Hero Squad going on Eco-Harass. Pretty hard to stop that once it gets going. And, you know, when you've got all three of them together, they are going. So, all the spells available for Rohan. We've got the Weather spell with the stun. We've got the Horn of the Westfold, a great tier 2. We've got Draft, although not that many peasants on the field. And we've got Halfirians, which is excellent, but... I think now would be a good time for your Weather spell, my man. Yep. And does... Interesting that it didn't turn stone quality. It's just sort of like frozen. Going for that Gundabad, which is, of course, the Building Destroyer, as well as Unit Destroyer, so if we can get it taken out... Does get the kill, and now going for the Snow Trolls. This is the right priority, and he does have Rebuild, but they are coming... hitting the Rohirrim army in the back, and so hitting those Halfirians, which you needed to take out these trolls. Misty just trying to close it out here. Cave-in coming in on the archery range, and that is GG, I believe. Whoa! Now that's GG. That was a good way to end. This was a fun game too. I think the putting on a Rohan Clinic early and then losing the match ultimately. It's got to be a bummer for King Mikey. But hey, thanks for watching the intermediate finals. Went to 6 games. 4-2. Desespera takes the victory as the intermediate game champion. So congrats, Desespera. Well played, Mikey. And thanks for watching the Spooktacular intermediate finals. Let's save that replay. Mr. Bones is pleased with what he saw. I will say that. Okay, and I will end this stream. So thanks everyone for tuning in.